Hello, all you fuzzy people! Oh, there you are. And welcome to the diaries. This episode, we got a couple of things to do, and one of them is something I need to do for something that's happening tomorrow. Now, this is a bad habit I have. I know something's coming up that I need to do, and I'll always wait till the last freaking second, because I get sidetracked so easily. It takes nothing. For me to get sidetracked. So, what I'm supposed to do is take the Weeblefester tentacle and change it back into a branch. Now, that thing has been everything: tentacle, branch, tentacle, branch, branch. And quite frankly, I'm getting tired of pulling off the fur and replacing it with the branch paper stuff and then wrapping it up. So what I think I'm going to do this time is first I'm going to just try wrapping some vines around the tentacle and see how it looks. If it looks okay, looks good, works on camera, fine. If not, I think I'm going to take the butcher paper that I use to make the branches and just wrap it around the foam stuff. The fur stuff. But this is something's going on tomorrow. And then the flower head, which is way in the back of my storage unit, I have to pull out and make sure that it's functioning too. And a couple other things I have to get together. Now, the problem is this one. Aside from the fact that I waited to the last minute, it's about 2 o'clock. Man, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I have to go to work at 7. So I only have 5 hours to do all this stuff. All of it. And it doesn't seem like it'd be that much, but there's something else involved. You see, I have, aside from the shoot tomorrow, I have some music project tomorrow too. And so I have to straighten up my kitchen. Because my kitchen, it's not loaded with dirty dishes right now. It's just got a lot of stuff that I've been moving around. And plus the fact that I have a bunch of boxes I need to get rid of. And so that's going to add a little time into the whole thing. Of course, I could do that in the morning. I have a tendency to do this too. I think about, oh, well, tomorrow I've got 72 hours before I have to worry. No, I only have like 3 after I wake up. So I need to do most of this right now. Now, I'll give you an update, or not an update, I'll give you a heads up on something. Usually, in the summer, I do the road trip episode. Did we do it last time? I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I think so. Anyway, I tried to do the road trip episode. Well, this year, it's not a road trip. I'm actually flying. I'm flying to Florida to visit my daughter. And we're going to be doing Disney World and Epcot, some miniature golfing, might do Universal, I don't know. So I'm taking you with me. And so that's going to be the road trip episode. And hopefully I'll put more than just like 50 minutes of stuff on it this time. I don't know. I mean, it can go either way. Or you can go anyway. You can go anyway. I don't care. Anyway, so that's what's coming up. And that will not be in this episode. Most likely it'll be in the next episode. Because I'm going in June. So that doesn't mean anything, I know, because of how long it takes for these to come out. But so that's something to be looking forward to. At least I am, and that ought to be a pretty cool episode. But this episode we need to deal with right now. So without any further ado, let's get going. First thing, notice this workbench. This is my workbench I've been using for all these projects and everything. And I'm afraid this poor little thing is about had it. One of the cranks doesn't even do anything anymore. I have to move it by hand. It's, well, I got this when I started working on the first Weeblefester film. So this thing is 12 years old. It's held up pretty good for 12 years. And it was one of those that I got from Big Lots. So I didn't get it from, you know, like a tool shop or anything. But I think its time is running low. But in any case, I need to use it. So there it stands. But first, I got to go in there and get the big flower prop out. So I was about to mention how nicely this all came out. This is the big, rarely used plant tone with a pestle and flowers down here. Can't see because of the angle. But naturally, when I pulled it out, at the last moment, the back end had to catch on everything and just yanked everything down. Broke one of the lanterns, loosened the speaker inside the concrete bin, but I got to move all this stuff anyway for them to paint, and so when I rebuild it, I'll fix it then. So in the meantime, I got to take a look at this flower prop and make sure it's okay. Well, the plant seems to be all right. The flowers seem to be all right. The hinges are getting old, but I think they'll work for this. The springs are still okay. The inside's a little wanting, but there's not a heck of a lot I can do about it right now. If I have time, I'll fix it after I take care of the branch. Alright, here it is sitting in all its furriness. I'm going to try and see what happens. Wrap some greenery around it. See if it has any plant appeal at all. Well, it does have a plant monster vibe about it. See that? I could work in one of those carnival dark rides, you know, one of the monsters that comes out and goes. Yeah. Alright, we do have a problem right here. This this prop is built, I think, when this thing was still new. So this is that old tape they sold for a while back. You dip it in water and wrap around something, it becomes hard as whatever. Well, it didn't come hard enough to hold this in place, and this duct tape here is peeling off. So I'm going to cut this away, see if I can pull this out a little further, and then glue it. Because basically what's happening is when this is turned to hold properly, see it's done, it just sliding right off. So I need to secure that. Then this should be fine. Well, here we are with a side-by-side comparison. Here's the old one with the oh, no, it won't open, it'll only close. And here's the new one. Now the new one's nice and clean because it hasn't been used for 12 years. But clamps open and close. The height is adjustable, so I can make it a little bit taller or shorter. Right now it's rocking a bit because they don't have the legs out at the same distance. And I'm going to keep the swivel clamps from the old one. They work fine, and they're bigger than the ones. The new ones are little tiny things, and they're tough to get in and out. So the main difference is this one in a few minutes will still be here, and this one will be donated to the less fortunate. One thing I did notice about the new one versus the old one has a heck of a lot more swivel clamp spots in it than the new one. But by the same token, those stupid little holes used to get in the way when I was doing other stuff. So yeah, I'm happy with this. And you can tell it's Black & Decker because it says so everywhere. in many languages, just in case I forget which language I'm speaking. Do you know what time it is? Do you? It's time to play our favorite game.
Take it down.
I have to go out to the Adventureland Porch and take it down. Make it just a regular porch. Why is this, you may ask? Well, if you're asking this, you haven't been paying attention because I've already explained it, but I'll explain it again anyway. The complex, including Darkslade Manor, is getting repainted. To get repainted, it has to be power washed, it has to be prepped, and it has to be painted. And the music must play in the background occasionally. So I have to take it all down, and after they're done, I can put it up again. But I've been, planning to kind of redo it anyway for about, 2.5 years. So since it's something I was going to do anyway, I can't be too upset about it, except now I got to make room for everything that's out there. So it's time has come to play our second favorite game called, and this is worse than the porch. Make room in the storage unit. Music plays during all of this, you notice that? So I got to go through my storage unit. It's about time to get rid of a bunch of crap that I have been hanging on to, thinking, I'm going to use that in a project. I got stuff in there that's 7 years old that I've never touched that I said I'm going to use in a project. So I got to clear that out. So what I'm going to do, as far as this video is concerned, is I'm not going to film me doing the whole thing. I'm going to give you some before, during, and after shots, okay? So the storage unit, before, during, and after. The Adventureland Porch, before, during, and after. And then you can just see what has happened. Now, as far as putting it back together again, that's not going to happen on this video. Because I want to get this video out pretty soon, and they're going to actually do the work over the course of the next week. Not quite a week and a half. So the rebuild will be on the next episode, and I thought it might be more fun to do video of the rebuild, provided I remember. Now, the next video, however, the next video after this one is going to be the Florida trip video. So the rebuild video will actually be on the one after that one, unless by some miracle I do it so quickly that I can get it out before that one, which is, it's not impossible. It could happen. We shall see. It depends how quickly this one comes out. So anyway, I got to get out there and start on it. So as the air conditioner kicks on, we got music, we got air conditioner. I'm just waiting for the bird to start squawking. You got to get out there and get started on that. You have birds in the background? Remember when I had Waffles, my blue parakeet? I used to play this soundtrack so he would feel comfortable when he first came home. Well, I have a new parakeet. His name is Ghost. If you haven't already met him, you will by the end of this episode. But today, I got him today because today is my birthday. So I have Swedish fish, which is what you do on your birthday, apparently. But I went out today. I had a total me day. I went out to a place called Desert Ridge. You've been there before with me. That's a place that has a fountain that I like to sit in front of. Well, I went out and I sat in front of the fountain. I almost fell asleep. It was very relaxed. And I went and I did a few things. I got Tiny Tina, Funko Pop. I went to Islands, had some tacos, went to Cold Stone Creamery, had a chocolate shake afterwards. Walked around quite a bit. Went to a place called Dave & Buster's. It's a giant arcade. Got bowling lanes there. very very high. It was up in the air. And I won about 1,600 tickets. So I gave them to some kid who was looking at stuff that he couldn't afford and made his day. Now I have the packages. It's a birthday package. To me. From me. It is the movie Chef. I love this movie. I absolutely love this movie. And it's been on Netflix forever. And then Netflix took it off. All the spin-offs from it, the Chef television program where he goes out with Roy Choi and they go to different places and they make foods or they sample and things like that. But they took the movie out. So I bought the movie. Here it is. And I'll probably watch it this very evening while eating my dinner. Because if you're going to watch a movie like this, it's good to do it while you're eating something. And not just Swedish fish. So, yeah, that's what I did today. This is my gift, my prize, and the Swedish fish that I'm still chewing on. Well, there's my storage unit. Open for the world to see. Not that the world would find any reason to look in here, but it's just everything, nothing is really put away in anything. It's just kind of laying around. This guy needs to go. I need to put that up on the top shelf. This needs to go. Just a bunch of stuff that I haven't had the heart to toss. On top of a lot of stuff that I still need. Hello. Anyway. So this is the before. And while we're doing befores, here's the Adventureland Porch. Before, with the door open. Since one deals with the other, I might as well show the whole thing. And of course the awning. This is going to be the tricky part. And the fly that wants to go inside but can't find the entrance. Haha. Okay, well, it's getting there. There's a lot more room than there was. And I need it mostly for this and the two big trees. Everything else I can store in a box. So, well, with the exception of that, of course. This isn't fun. Well, there it is. My beloved awning torn down. So what I'm going to do when I rebuild this, I'm going to keep the frame because the frame's good. It's solid. I'm going to keep the top because it actually surprisingly remained pretty much intact. No issues there. But I want to replace all this because these are all, let me see, yeah, see, they're all pretty cracked. Matter of fact, this one I think it tied. And also at the top where the rod comes through, that's all cracked, so I'll replace those. But yeah, that's heartbreaking. Look at this. I got the Adventureland porch in here. I've got the front porch in here. There's the awning that I have to rebuild. All of this stuff is in my front room. And yet I still wind up with I still got the boxes. It showed up today. I know what this is, and this is something I've really been waiting for. And in a roundabout sort of way, this is partly for the diaries. And I'll never know for sure because my knife is not in here. Oh, it's up there. Apparently I didn't put it away. Boy, I don't have room for anything in here right now. This place is a disaster area. And of course right now it's the weekend, so they're not working on anything. I probably didn't need to take all this in yet, but you know the way things work out. Anyway, this is from Amazon, hence the Amazon Prime wrapping upon it. I forget. Yeah, I'm not really with it. I've been kind of sick the last couple of days. I had some bronchitis issues on top of allergies, and I got some bursitis in my left knee, so walking around is kind of painful. But let's see, okay. Well, first we have this. Boxes. Inside of the wrapping. I guess I should just keep my knife here. I was going to put it back in the drawer where it goes, but I think I'll just keep it out for right now. From Tansung. That means nothing. Yeah, I know. Some of you might know what it means. I'm not going to put that in my drawer yet. I'm going to drop it over there instead. And with all this junk, I don't have a garbage bag nearby. All right. Here goes. Here goes. I'm going to attempt to open this right now. I'm attempting as we speak. Here we go. It looks so pretty and it's wrapped in more thin. Gingerly, carefully, distribute. This, my friends, is a Tangsung chef's knife. That's right. There's the, oh, and it's sharpened. Jeez. I almost swore about it. How is this part of the diaries? Well, because I thought that maybe what I would do is do a few more of the cooking ones. Those of you who don't know, I did go to a culinary school, and if you don't know that, then you must be a new viewer. And I love to cook. But I have been using this old stuff that I have had forever, and I have never really had a good chef's knife. I mean a sharp one that will cut through everything. And now I have one. And I have Isn't it funny? I had to get a knife to open the package to take out a knife. Yeah, I have to do it again. This, I am hoping, is up to the standard that I was expecting when I ordered it. This is also part of the same shaboogie. That's right, I said shaboogie. Now you can go in here because this should be like this. This should be, as it says on the top, a kitchen set. But instead of being a bunch of plastic and some steel and some wood and some itemized rubber, I got a stainless steel set. A real set. Let's see. Unslotted spatula. Slotted spatula. That is a flat grill turner. One thing I have also never had, a good or decent steak fork. That is a good fork. That's a grill fork. Slotted spoon. Unslotted spoon. This is what, I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. It has an actual name. But it's basically, it's like for making and serving soups. It's, this is far better for stirring when you're making like a gumbo or something like that. So, and I can't think of what it's called, and I should know. I should know the name of every one of these. Okay, I do. Steve, Dan, Frank, Henry, Pink, oh no, Prank? Obviously, the brain was not going to allow me to come up with a bunch of random names. Spaghetti spoon. A ladle. There they are. You can't really tell that well. Well, I guess you can. All of this I managed to get because I had a $100 Amazon gift card. One of those things that you go, oh, criminy, I could have used that a long time ago. Why didn't I know I had that? Well, now I know I have it. So, you know what? I think this will be the end of this episode because I blathered on long enough. Next episode, I don't know if the next episode will have the trip on it. I'm going to be filming the trip while the next episode is being made. But I think the trip will probably go on the episode after the next one. So the next one should come out sometime after, well, seeing as how I have a lot of new stuff that's going to happen, maybe I'll break it into pieces. So maybe I can get one out the second week of June, or let's see, I'm going to be gone from the 8th to the 13th, so sometime after the 13th, and then the one with the trip on it will be the one after that, and then more of this stuff, which I'll probably already do, but I won't release it until afterwards. I'll try to release them a little closer. I am really got a lot to say about this, apparently. So, that's what will happen coming up. But in the meantime, phew, you guys have yourselves a great couple of weeks. End of life.